tastes just like water. I don't think there's any antifreeze in it, so it's a good thing I've kept it in this building. I don't know where they stored it, but it was in Tennessee. I've been wanting to get this heater box out of here so I can clean it all up real good. Clean behind it. Maybe we're gonna paint this cab, I'm not sure. It was held in with 3 bolts and then just these 2 hoses, that's it. Well, I got most of the floor welded up. See, I got that spot that I missed before. There's just little places that I gotta get, like up in that corner, a little patch underneath the braces, things like that. So I'm gonna try and get that knocked out. I started putting the struts on. These are the 44-inch ones, I think. 20 pounds of pressure is all they have. Just put little brackets on both ends. I got both back ones on, but I forgot to order enough hardware for the front ones. I did get the bracket welded on up here, and these I'm still gonna get welded on. These actually have a little bit more to them because they're gonna have to be placed like that, and they don't have a corner to be secured on. Let me show you how the back raises up at least. You might be interested in that. Raises nicely. I want to show you an issue I'm having up here. So what it is when you raise the back up, the front wants to push forward. Now after I have all 4 struts on, it may not do that, but I'm still going to want to raise the back first, I think. So I have it tied up here. If I didn't, it would go way up over the cab. So I need some way to hold this in place, or I would like some way to hold this in place while the back goes up, and then release this and let the front struts push it up. I think you guys will be able to see the front popped up too, because I think the hardware is going to come in this week before I post this video. That's not going to happen because I got the 2 front struts here, and one of them has like 40 or 50 pounds of pressure on it, and the other one 20, so I've got to return them and get 2 more. Something that's bugging me I would like to share with you folks is that I thought about fixing this truck up right here someday. The sun, let me get you on the other side. But it's rougher than I think. A lot of the stuff is good on it, and then a lot of it's really rough. So, for example, these spots right here are very bad. The rockers, of course, are gone. The doors are halfway decent. The bed sides are good, actually pretty good. But then you look inside on the bed, and the floor is all holy everywhere. And even the wheel wells, you'll have to take my word for it. I can't, oh no, there it is, have holes in them, which is strange because the other trucks I have, the floors are good and the bed sides are bad. Now the back of the window here, that all looks really nice. The floors inside the truck, they're just not horrible. So I don't know if this truck is worth fixing or just using for parts, and I'm unfortunately leaning towards just using it for parts. I'm not sure yet. I don't know, just something I wanted to share with you guys. It does have a good frame. The wheels and tires are going on the white truck inside. The white truck's priority. Here's another spot. Look, this, I mean, she's rotten right there. Big holes. Not that all of this can be fixed. It's just, oh, it's got a good hood on it. It's dented up a little bit, but really good hood, really good doors, really good bedsides. But then the rest of it is bad. I thought it was time to get started on this dash. It's all cracked up here on the top. This metal part does come off of this part. Broken Arrow Garage is the one that told me that. And he said the vents then should come out. A handful of screws removed from the back side. Now we'll see if it comes apart. Okay, and my little buddy was right. These 2 screws will remove these vents now if you need to. I am going to take them out because I have to sand the top of this dash to paint it, and I don't want them to get damaged. Let me show you something. Look at how stiff they still are after all those years. In modern vehicles, this thing would be so loose you'd have to find ways to hold it in place. I cleaned out the previous repairs. Now I'm going to scuff the whole thing down with 80 grit sandpaper. I got the top all cleaned up and prepped for filler. I did screw it back onto the metal dash because this edge was flipped up like they do, and I grinded it down, and now I need to make a nice clean edge right there, so it needs to be screwed back on. I do have a couple challenges on this one. See that gap right there? I don't like that, so this needs to be pushed down and held down somehow. I am thinking about wrapping this in vinyl, but it's going to be difficult because this fits very close around the edge, and any extra material is going to be hard to fit in there, and it might make it tight. This is the worst spot right here. We have a huge gap up here, and then the two sides are really tight. So if I put vinyl there, it's going to be very tight on the edge. And this also, like I said, is a kind of a mess. Let's see what happens if I heat it up, push it in place, and then cool it off with this wet, cold rag. Hey now, look at that. It held in place. And so now what'll happen is when I put the filler on there, it'll keep it there. That worked. Fits nice right there. See how much tighter it is there now? And we still got a little bit going on here, but it's not bad at all. Let's see if it works with this glove box area. Curled up a little spot here. Let's remove that. It's still a good gap, which doesn't bother me, but the gap is more even now instead of up in the middle. My repairs are evolving. That's it. Probably about as good as I can get it. When I fill it in up here, I'll push down on it just a little bit, so I can maybe gain just a little bit more. Just with a temperature change in the garage, the Bondo already cracked. I sanded it off as far down as I could get it. Now we'll just drill a bunch of little holes and do fiberglass. Can you see the little crack there? Bondo was over the top of that. This will take a little while. Purpose for the holes is to hold the fiberglass resin, and I will put mat on top of that to make it strong and one piece. Several 1/8 of an inch holes throughout the dash pad, the whole top, and you could feel it in the vinyl where it was like brittle, and so that's how far I went down. I don't want anybody getting upset. I'm not talking about changing projects right now. I'm just looking them over. I can't help myself. This one is intriguing to me. This is just a cool truck because it's a king cab, and possibly maybe this one should be fixed up. Like I say, it's gonna be possibly years down the road. I still got my little red one inside that needs the engine. out of one of these trucks and transmission.